welcome you to the Big 12 Now on ESPN+. No better place to kick off a full day of college hoops than right here in Ames, Iowa, especially when first place is on the line in America's toughest conference. Number 10, Iowa State, looks to stay red hot and dish out some Hilton Magic of attitude and the resurgence in Lubbock. Another sellout here in Ames as Texas Tech controls the opening tip. 46th meeting all time with these two, and they are nearly smack dab in the middle. Tech with a 23-22 edge. Toussaint pierces into the paint. Shot won't go. Genders, snow-worn Washington. He's out with a foot injury. So Robert Jennings makes his second start of the year. He started against Baylor when Washington was out with the flu. Fadeaway shot, right baseline is good. King into the lane, hovers and hits, and we're
Cyclones.
Chance McMillan has checked into the game. He has been instant offense this year, one of the transfers that McCaslin brought in. Strong with the shot. Here is McMillan from the corner. It won't fall. Fight for the rebound, taken out of there by Gilbert. Cyclones want to push. Lipsy attacking, and he'll draw the foul.
Player of the year running as well.
Does everything so well into the lineup.
Quickly, that double is always going to come from the bottom side. They've got to punish that with balls, reversals, and knock in three-point shots.
Cyclone defense forced 25. Cincinnati turnover. Soft touch by King. His shot clock to 5. Williams with a bit of an opening, takes it in with the left hand, and he'll draw the foul. Shots. First one up and in. They're on Monday with his performance against Kansas leading the way. These deep possessions once again. Shot clock at 5. And taking the contact and scoring is Lindsey in some heavy traffic.
Maybe this smaller lineup will give them easier shots at the basket. He's quick. He plays his role, and a great start for him.
3 ball from Gilbert.
And Keyshawn was
Jones.
That's one where Momcilovic wants to put it up again from the three-point line. That's what he does. You missed the first one, who cares? Fire the second one.
Gilbert slashing in, leaves it for Jones with the finger roll. Isaacs a long 3, will try to quiet the crowd. Left it short. McMillan runs down the loose ball. Williams, good feed inside. And how about the play of Lindsey off the bench? Off a screen, set play, and Jones misfires. Another offensive rebound by Jones.
Trust his jump hook. He didn't a couple years ago. That is so great to see. In this league, you have to be able to pull up from 5 feet. There it is again.
Lead.
You have a feeling, if you're a Red Raider fan, Pops Isaac has to find his offensive game, and he needs to find it quickly.
To be successful, and was he ever right? He has instilled that mindset with his team. Jones has scored the last 6, make it 8. McMillan gets a couple of Cyclones to leave their feet. You see the recovery and the shiftiness by Iowa State. Lindsey tried to throw it down, and he'll get 2 free throws.
There are times you feel like there are 2 of him on the court. He is
team 56 offensive rebounds this year. He's at the largest lead. Momcilovic way off. Isaacs has his pass intercepted. Gilbert to the rack. Count it. He's fouled.
way, you're going to have to play defense. He has bought in. The offense is always
stay points off turnovers. Ward hands it off. Momcilovic gets it over to Jones. 3-ball is good. Dangerous juncture for the Red Raiders. Down 14 already. Momcilovic will try to muscle his way in. Fade away. Count it. A chance for the 3-point play. Scoring freshman in the Big 12.
Where's Kerwin Walton as well? He may be the top shooter in the Big 12. They got to get a pin down to Walton to find a way to get him open.
14-2 Iowa State run over the last 4 minutes. Tech will try to get to the Isaacs a season ago. And keep in mind, he underwent off-season hips.
The marked man, and he's earned that. He's a guy.
Trey King will challenge the aforementioned Williams. These fadeaway shots for Iowa State. The teardrops are falling for the Clones.
Such versatility, so many guys who can hit threes. They're getting better at that 5 to 12-foot range. And I mean, in this game, they're hitting fadeaways. I like the possession last time for Texas Tech. They got dribble penetration to the kickout. You have to make that shot on the road.
Another make for Williams.
Forearm.
15 foul on Texas Tech. Iowa State was 6. Momcilovic with the size advantage spins right around. Comes off the back iron. Toussaint does not have the numbers. Cut off by Paveletzky, and Tech will set up their half court. Lindsey, who's been an impact player off the bench, continues to deliver. And he'll
minutes they needed out of the backup 5 position. He's been good deep 6 or 7 possessions from beyond the arc. A couple of air balls, short.
Everything.
Man. Almost pulled one there.
Paveletzky, turnaround shot is good. Jackson Paveletzky,
15 points per game. And how about this kid coming into Iowa State? You play 5 minutes in the toughest conference in the country, and you do your job. Look out.
Showtime. Oh, and King missed the dunk. Ball ends up in the lap of Jones. Team, how does he find his spot? It's his hustle and it's his energy.
You take a lot of risk when you leave a great program where you're scoring, you're the star. You've got to brought about his character.
McMillan, he tried to get it down to single
points. That type of effort.
Tough contested shot. Toussaint knocks it through.
Goodness, you're just coming together as a team, getting back on defense to set up, and another injury. When it rains, it pours.
Good no call there as Momcilovic tried to lean in. And now a loose ball foul, I believe, is going to be on Iowa State.
They're not the same team, but they've been able to adjust. Now
on December 6th, and you're right, he could defend all the positions. Stretch out at the end of the Texas Tech bench. Meanwhile, the Red Raiders getting back into this game at the foul line. They've cut it down to 12. Momcilovic, good.
We just talked about Texas Tech. He gets deep into the paint. They kick it out to Momcilovic. He goes to the left because that's how they force him, and he just pulls up and punishes him.
See,
he can get it going in a hurry.
He's twice been named the Big 12 newcomer of the week. Second chance, Gilbert keeps up the fight. Momcilovic with that first quick step, spins into a double team. Look at that move by the freshman. Shot clock off. McCaslin says, let's hold for one. Big possession here to close out the first half, and a turnover.
The time to dribble it up and get a shot.
Keyshawn Gilbert with a full head of steam, and contact called. Texas Tech with the push in the Iowa State wants to go to here for the end of half shot. It's going to be contested right sideline. No, as it rattles off for Keyshawn Gilbert. But the Cyclones doing their thing.
Kerwin Walton, one of the great assassins in our game, has to find a way to get open. The three-point shot going to be critical in this first 4 or 5 minutes to get them back in this game.
Walton did not take a single shot in the first half. He only played 8 minutes. Toussaint trying to set the tone defensively. Gilbert shrugs him off. Momcilovic, who scored 8 in the first half. Trey King goes to work. He left his shot short. Jones the rebound. Second chance opportunity. Gilbert, bingo.
Good defense. You give up the offensive rebound, and then you see a three-point shot rain in on top of you. There he is.
And that's what Walton does. Gets it right
From the three-point line, but he's one of them.
Walton making a 17th straight start today. He moved into the starting lineup once Cambridge went down. Playing some of his best basketball. Contact and one. Trey King. One of those players who always talks about the joy of playing him back. 7 teams, an incredible 7 teams separated by 2 or fewer games in the conference standings. Lipsy draws attention, opens up the 3. You see what's at stake. A critical one here on this early Saturday in Ames, Iowa. Good court vision by Isaacs. Walton, clear vision, money. He won't miss. Curtis Jones, who had 5 off the bench in the first half, is checked in. Caught behind the basket. This is Jones, the Buffalo transfer, and he has a pretty stroke. And rightfully so, but very quietly, TJ Otzelberger in this offense really putting up solid numbers. Set inbound play. McMillan peeling off a screen and 2 set. Alley-oop. Ward finishes.
Another guy who comes in and makes such a huge impact in limited minutes. He guards all 5 positions, but here's the ball screen at top. Check out Lindsey. He's in drop coverage. He gets sucked up because he knows Gilbert can hit that mid-range jumper.
Backdoor cut. Isaacs open. Jennings found him.
Well, that's 2 times in a row. The whistle. They go right back to it. Fantastic job by Jennings. They fake that dribble handoff. Pops reads it, gets backdoor for another easy basket.
First bucket today for Isaacs, but too easy on the other second half, down 19. Toussaint, quick, explosive first step, kisses it softly off the glass. Hilton Coliseum, he's familiar with this venue. This is his 4th trip, the first time as a Red Raider.
I don't know what time it is. I don't think the bank is open in Ames. I'm not sure he called that, but you...
McCaslin coaching hard on that Texas Tech sideline. Jones the takeaway. Iowa State wants to run. Lipsy, count it. He's fouled. Big Monday, Houston and Iowa State. Yeah, there were bruises.
I talked to Kyle Green before the game, and TJ Otzelberger and Kyle dropped the defensive game plan. Kyle's the defensive coordinator. He said, look, we need ball pressure on these guys. Well, they lost a shooter right there.
One of those days. Loose ball batted out. Cyclones have the numbers. It's a 4-on-2. Gilbert going downhill, scoops and scores. Jennings on that backdoor cut. Isaacs will get a couple of free throws.
Yeah, another turnover leads.
Isaacs into the Cyclone lineup. Texas
kind of passes against the Cyclones.
Back-to-back misses by Momcilovic. Isaacs looking over his options, so crafty with the ball. Look at that pass, beautiful vision. Jones just flattened Toussaint with the screen. Texas Tech, Walton, top of the key. Williams has been quiet this half until now. Darian Williams
hasn't worked out one time.
Gilbert behind a screen, connects.
Unbelievable. You got to call a timeout here. What a turn of events. And now a technical foul. It all falls apart for Texas Tech. Had an opportunity to get the momentum back. the turnover, the three-point shot, the technical foul.
That's the fewest points KU has scored in a road game.
They have a fantastic team, and it's going to be up and down in this league. They're going to bring their big guns. They're going to be able to shoot the ball better. But right now, life on the road, injured, it's almost impossible to win in this league. There you go.
That's one way to get back into it.
And he's going to beat you.
Proud day it was for these Tech on defense. This Red Raider program has had success against ranked opponents. Huge win, just dismantling Kansas in Lubbock the other night. A little bit of a different story in Ames today on the road. Watson underneath with some space.
Well, that's all TJ Otzelberger using that timeout to draw up that play. You see Watson slip along the baseline.
The free throws, first one up in it. They were down 17 against BYU. Will not give in, and they will continue to battle even though they are short-handed this afternoon. Backdoor cut, 2 in a row for Watson. Bones have scored. Toussaint curls his way to the right elbow. Gets it right back, measuring up a three. It's good. Jones on the misfire. Here comes Williams. Darian Williams will give and go with Jennings, and he gets the bounce.
Williams is such a...
McMillan will draw the assignment of Keyshawn Gilbert, who leads all scorers today. Gilbert, Momcilovic, cut off at the right elbow. Tough shot, and he hits it. There's nothing Darian Williams can do differently.
Well, Jennings...
Trying to free up Walton. McMillan bounces off to contact and kisses it softly off the window.
Iowa State
locations around this area. McMillan dives into the lane, leaves it for Jennings underneath, and Robert trying to shake off the Hilton Magic that Iowa State has had. 13-0 this year, perfect mark. They've won 14 straight inside this Palace. Rob Jones high off the window.
Been good the last couple of possessions. And Rob, look, if he's going to be able to take that hit, get his head up and kiss it off the glass like that, there's nothing you can do. Holy smoke. What shot.
Give Walton the assist with a good hard-nosed big.
The physicality of this league. You're going to have to take hits. If you can't take hits, go play in a different conference. Jones comes in, swats down. Anytime you swat down, whether it's ball or not, they're going to call that. Joe T.
Trying to pressure the ball with Lipsey. And look at the takeaway. Toussaint steals it away from Lipsey on the other end. And he has it stripped. Texas Tech wanting the call. You were talking about it. The physical nature of this conference, especially down the stretch in a game.
I thought Joe had an easy one. I don't know if he lost it on the way up or what happened.
Missed opportunity for the Red Raiders.
Yes.
Gilbert accelerates and finishes. Deafening. You can even hardly hear the whistles. And Williams. Back to within 10. Texas Tech will extend the pressure. Williams looking for that quick trap. Lipsey, center of the court, up ahead to Curtis Jones. Jones wisely slows it up, being chased and pursued. And the foul on the Red Raiders. They have some fouls to give. Fourth, so they're going to try to protect him.
Iowa State free throw shooting sometimes a problem this year. They're going to have to step up and knock them in. They're going to play this out with 10 to go on the clock.
Big possession here. Lipsey gets a high screen from Jones. Goes between the legs. Peels it off into the corner. Left the shot.
Catch and shoot.
Momcilovic.
Good shot.
Robert Jones unable to keep the offensive glass alive, so Texas Tech.
These guys have a tradition. They have an expectation. They're beat up. They're on the road. They're not going anywhere.
Toussaint. Walton gets a clean look. Missed it. Rebound. Jennings inside, and he'll toe the foul line for 2 shots.
Just an outstanding effort.
So you have 8 of the 10 players in a circle around midcourt. Jones sprints to the open space. Here comes that trap you were talking about. They get it up ahead, and a smart foul there by Jennings because Tre King was all by his 73% from the foul line this year. The 1-and-1, and the candle stays lit for Texas Tech. Open 3, Pop Isaacs cannot hit it, and a foul there for the Red Raiders. Toussaint.
Wide open look from the corner. He's got to get in the film room.
Lipsey splashes in 2. Iowa State back up 10. As we hit 30 seconds to go in a critical first versus second place matchup in the Big 12. Inbound, they spread everyone out along the baseline. They send a couple of streakers down court. One of them is Gilbert. Makes the catch. Looked like a Brock Purdy lead pass that time, right over the top, and he will lay it in. And that should seal it for Iowa State. Toussaint working his magic, using his quickness to go right by Tre King.
Well, they went that Brock Purdy set on the last one where they line everybody up at the offensive line and they send 2 guys really easy. They haven't had any problems with it. So many teams struggle late in these games.
20-point mark in a game this year.
How good is
Otzelberger in his day-by-day approach, the mindset, very dangerous to answer your question. Final few moments, Toussaint ushers up a 3, and he drops it straight through. Back down court, it's Gilbert. Isaacs forced to foul with 7, and in person, they really play for one another. In 16-3 start, there was never any panic. And the same can be said for Iowa State. Cyclones just enjoy playing for one another. One last shot by McMillan, and that is it. 2 coaches who have known each other for 2+ decades come together, respect for what they're doing. As Iowa State defends the home court, the Cyclones with an 8-point win, and they remain atop the Big 12.